Hi everyone, this is Mike Nace, Editor-in-Chief at UNIEA.com, and welcome to our second edition, the July 4th edition of The Burning Issue. And this week we're looking more closely at the rumors of the iWatch, which is Apple's purported impending smartwatch, and just the whole smartwatch evolution in general, which seemed to kind of come out of nowhere this year and has now become sort of a reality for people who are really passionate about mobile devices and electronics and gadgets. I've tried to figure out what the smartwatch is going to actually be, what it means to the average consumer, and whether or not it's really going to be a mobile device that could replace the smartphone, or is it really just going to be a kind of accessory that goes along with the smartphone, kind of like a Bluetooth earpiece or another kind of electronic gadget that somehow makes your smartphone more interesting or more convenient. Now you can see here at UNIEA.com, we've actually been covering rumors of the iWatch for quite a long time now. We even have a tag for it on our blog, and I will put this link in the description of this video if you want to check out all the articles that we've written about it. But our writers Anna Tan and Tara have both been writing really consistently about the Apple rumors, and really we haven't had a whole lot of actionable intelligence. There's no indication that it's in production right now, but Apple has gone out of its way to register the iWatch trademark in several countries. This was an article that came out in the beginning of June that Anna put together about how the trademark had actually been established in Russia. And then more recently, she wrote this article where the trademark has been established in Japan. So even though we don't really know if the iWatch is in production right now, we do know that they are trademarking the name. And usually when Apple does that, they're probably going to be coming out with a product of the same name. Interestingly, Apple will not be the first to market with smartphone watches or smart watches. Sony and Samsung have both thrown their hat into the ring with this, and even it's interesting, Foxconn, who is the partner that assembles the iPhone and the iPad, have released their own version of what they call a smartwatch. This was an article that Anna put together that looks at this device, this device that you wear around your wrist that interfaces with your smartphone. And it's not really a smartphone watch on its own, but it basically allows you to sort of monitor your blood pressure and your pulse if you're a jogger, and gives you some added functionality without actually having to hold your smartphone. And this appears to be sort of the early designs for smartwatches going forward. There was also this article that Tara put together later in the last week where the Pebble smartwatch is going to go on sale at Best Buy. And basically the Pebble smartwatch is an extension of your smartphone. It's just a way to sort of get texts and information right on your wrist, as opposed to having to reach for your smartphone. I don't know what I think about this. Ultimately, the smartphone has been really convenient and something that's become very normal for people to sort of reach for and work on. It's small enough that you put it in your pocket, but it's large enough that you can work on it, you can get some things done. I don't see how the smartwatch or the iWatch is really going to fulfill a need among mobile computing people. It's interesting too, because you'll recall that people complained over and over again about how the iPhone's screen was too small. All the other Android devices that were competing with it were getting bigger and bigger screens, and only last year did Apple expand the size of the iPhone 5 screen. So now people are going to be happy with an iWatch where the screen is this big. It doesn't seem realistic to me. It never has. I don't really understand what Apple is thinking. And we've also profiled some of the possibilities of the iWatch. This was a really, really cool article that we put together. Tim Bossi put this one together that looks at some of the possible features. And in some of these other articles that we've done, this one as well, the tech media has characterized the iWatch as being like a smartphone. You'll be able to make calls from it. You'll be able to have apps on it. You'll be able to basically use it like a smartphone. If that's really what Apple's going to do, I don't understand the iWatch. It's going to cannibalize sales of the iPhone, and it's going to frustrate people, because if you think the iPhone 4 and 4S's screen was too small, wait until you try to use your finger to control the iWatch. It's going to be really, really frustrating. But it looks to me like that's the direction that the electronics industry is going in. I think that there's a real movement this year to bring biometrics into the equation. We see Google Glass, and we see the Samsung Galaxy S4 features, which really interact with the human body. And I think the iWatch is probably a more cost-effective, cheap way for even Apple to get into the biometric market. So look for more and more of that kind of stuff. I don't think we're going to just be carrying around smartphones anymore, but we're going to have, all kinds of other accoutrement that goes with the smartphone, whether it be glasses or a watch or something else. Finally, since it's 4th of July, I just wanted to point out that UNIEA.com has a 4th of July sale going on. If you go to the homepage, you'll see we have the 4th of July sales menu piece. And if you click on that, you'll see all of the items that we have for sale. And as you can see, it's a really diverse collection of stuff, whether you're a iPod Touch 5th generation user, iPod, iPhone 5, whatever, Samsung Galaxy S4, all of our cases, our divisions of cases are on sale. So you should really check out what we have going on here. There's some really outrageously good sales going on. And together with our free shipping, you really get just an outrageously good deal. So please be sure to check out the July 4th sales, and we'll see you next week for another edition of The Burning Issue. Thanks for your time.